Welcome to my nightmare.
What's up, boys and ghouls? It's your girl, Mika G from Cinematic Nightmares. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Now, since it's Father's Day, we're not celebrating Grill Kings and backyard heroes. No. We're looking at the dads who failed so hard their mistakes got people killed. These aren't monsters in disguise. They're just fathers who made the wrong call at the worst possible time. So this is my top 5 fathers in horror who failed. Let's get into it. Kicking us off at number 5 is David from The Mist. David starts off strong. He's trying to get supplies, keep his son safe, and hold it together in a grocery store full of terrified and psycho people. But as fear takes over, David lets desperation cloud his judgment. He doesn't just lose hope, he acts on it. And the result? One of the most soul-crushing endings in horror history. He wasn't cruel, he wasn't careless, but David failed in the most tragic way possible because his decision came seconds too late, and it cost him everything. Coming in at number 4 is Ben from Speak No Evil. Now, Ben might be the quietest failure on this list. This man ignored every red flag, every awkward moment, and every instinct telling him to run just to avoid seeming rude. He let politeness overpower protection. And by the time he realized something was wrong, it was too late. He let his wife and child walk into a nightmare and did nothing to stop it. Ben didn't need to raise his voice or his hand to be dangerous. He failed with silence. And in horror, that can be fatal. Coming in at number 3 is Ellison from Sinister. Ellison just wanted a hit book. So he moved his entire family into a house with a literal murder history and kept it a secret just to chase fame. But instead of writing the next true crime bestseller, he got his whole family marked by a demon. And when things started falling apart, he lies, denies, and pushes forward like nothing's wrong. Ellison thought he was in control, but when you're playing with evil for content, everyone loses. He failed as a husband, a father, and a moral compass. Badly. Coming in at number 2 is Jack from The Shining. All Jack had to do was stay sober, watch the hotel, and not go completely unhinged. Instead, he signed up for 3 months of isolation, lost his grip on reality, and tried to murder his wife and child with an axe. Now, whether it was the ghost, cabin fever, or pure rage, Jack failed miserably. He didn't just break down, he brought the house down, froze in the snow, and left his son scarred for life. Jack didn't just fail, he became the threat. And finally, at number 1 is Louis Creed from Pet Sematary. Louis had one job: let the dead rest. Instead, he buried his child in cursed soil and pretended like ancient evil wouldn't call him back, especially after what happened to the cat. Then he did it again. He let grief convince him he could fix death, and it turned his whole family into monsters. Louis didn't just raise the dead, he raised destruction. And when your toddler comes back wrong and homicidal, that's not parenting. That's a failure of biblical proportions. And there you have it. My top 5 horror dads who were supposed to lead, protect, and guide, but instead they let fear, pride, or ambition take the wheel and drove their family straight into a nightmare. No horror father who failed even harder? Drop them in the comments below because these daddies, none of them deserve a mug. Also, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you don't miss another single nightmare. And until next time, boys and ghouls.